Let's just do a brief technical analysis here though for people who are looking at the here and now with Tezos. We have the 4-hour time frame up behind me. As you can see here, we've got this downward slope on the RSI. It's the same on other oscillators as well. I know they're a bit itsy-wintsy in there, but we're seeing divergences on other oscillators as well. This most recent of highs that we've had on the go here, if you're going to be as generous as so to call it that, has only come in at the point here of this Fibonacci retracement point. That's actually a 50% Fibonacci, and it's a significant area for us. So what does that mean? It means that we're kind of, in a sense, sort of consolidating in at around about a key area for us. That's good. What does that often go hand in hand with? Well, it often goes hand in hand with a resetting of the oscillators following on from some divergence. Then, in a sense, is that what we need to see having happened? Yes, it is. And have we necessarily completed that as yet? Well, no, not necessarily. You know, we could still be seeing the prices continue to go towards the downside. Now, there is this moving average here. It's the 20 period. Whoops. Let me just put this back to 200 and 250. You can see very much still in a bullish stance with this upward slope on the significant time frame moving averages here, with a golden cross on the daily time frame in the near future coming up potentially. However, you know, we could see a little bit of a pullback. If we see a golden cross here in the 24-hour time frame, then these things are often get retested in the period following on from it. I don't want to go and show you tons of examples. It's very, very common. We could look to that. That's just something to look to. Significant area for the prices at the minute towards the downside are 265 and 252. Breaking down past 252 actually starts to get me a bit worried, you know, but we could see that. If we do move past the 50% point here, then great, groovy. We have next targets coming in along the way. For instance, 350. We could look towards that, around about that golden pocket on this bigger time frame. It's the natural next target for us in terms of the context of what I've just been speaking about. So that's what we can look to as well. You got the top end of the pitchfork. So long as we stay above this part of the pitchfork, then you're not going to worry too much about the 260s, etc. 280 perhaps your target for a very sort of aggressive entry on this situation, if you already don't have one, of course, as well. Just need to see this kind of come to a bit of a resolution with its lower term time frame shenanigans right now. Bring up the oscillators again, then I can remind you that this has got a convergent basis on the bottom line of these things. So we don't actually have hidden bullish divergence or anything like that. We do still have the divergence here. There is the possibility for us to see a retracement on this one. However, of course, we're in a bullish trend and we're consolidating at a point of significant support. Movements on past this zone, which actually do take out the 350 area, and that is a possibility, would burn off this divergence. So if we see a sort of run happening, then of course you can reassess your profit taking and risk assessment levels on the fly. There is a lot of potential very, very positive stuff waiting in the wings for us. But if there's one thing that I want to really draw your eye to and finish off the show on, it's going to be this lack of strength of trend here as shown on the DMI oscillator. Just here where I've got this white band showing up in the background, you can see that there's the ADX component of the DMI indicator here has come all the way down to extreme lows. When we see this happen, it's often followed up by periods of a lot more volatility. In the recent past, it's also been accompanied by runs towards the top side. So it'd be nice to see that happen here again. This is, of course, a prime position for it to be happening in at whilst we're consolidating at that support area. Ugh, Rocky, go ahead. You're going to have to come in with a couple of higher targets for the folk sitting in there and at home. You know, we know the 1618's in there at $4 here off the back of this recent low, high down to this low if it becomes our local low. So from where we are now, maybe $4, another whole chunk up, and then your next target 472 thereafter. Those would be a couple of ones to look to beyond if we do get some sort of stretching of the price action in the near future. Thanks so much for tuning in to that little part of the show. Remember to hit like and subscribe as well.